Hello everyone, welcome to Python tutorial number 2. In this tutorial, we are going to see variables in Python, strings in Python, and we will write our first program where we will ask user to enter his age and then we will convert his age into months. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's get started with the video. Okay, so now we are at my computer screen. So let's open PyCharm. It takes time to open. Okay, so it's opening. Now we have to click on the file section and click new project, and we have to name our project. Okay. So I am naming my project Python 2. You can name it whatever you want. Okay, so now we have created project folder. So now click on that project folder named Python 2 and click new, and now we have to create a Python file. So we will name our Python file main.py. It's okay if you don't use the extension .py. Now let's see how to declare variables in Python. So a is equals to 1, b is equals to 56, and c is equals to, so I will write c as a string, so c is equals to quotations Adil. So everything written under the quotations become a string. We will discuss it later in the video. So you can declare a variable like this. So my underscore sum is equals to a plus b. So this is also a valid variable. So here my sum is equals to value of a and b, so which is 57. So let's declare another variable which is another sum is equals to, we will take value here 98 plus 98. So here you have seen that we can declare a value of variable anything we want. So now let's declare a variable where we will make it do math for us and we will print the value of it. Okay, so math operator is equals to we'll take a 2 plus 2 into 8, and we will divide it by 2 and minus 1. Okay, so let's print my operator. Okay, so let's run the program. See, here is the answer, which is 9.0. Okay, so let's see what rules we have to remember while declaring a variable. There are certain rules we have to remember while declaring a variable. Okay, so I will write it right here. Let me make comments, then we will write under the comments. Okay, so variable can be letters, it can be words, or it can be, for example, it can be numbers. Okay, so and it cannot be a keyword. So a variable cannot be a keyword, and a variable also can't be a also can't start with a number. So it can contain a number but it cannot start with a number. Okay, so have you noticed one thing here? The output of our program is 9, where it can be only 9. So we will see why this is happening. To understand this, we will declare few more variables. Okay, so let's write a variable float underscore division, and let's value it is equals to 12 by 3. Okay, and let's print our variable print float underscore division, and let's see what happens. See, it is also showing 4.0. Okay, low. So let's declare another variable integer underscore division is equals to 12 by 13 again, and we will print this again. And now let's see what happens. Okay, let's print this. Run our program. See, answer is same again, but now I will show you how you can change it. So to correct this, we will have to add another division symbol into our program, and see the answer here is 4. So let's understand why this happens. So this happens because when we use division symbol in Python, uh, it starts counting the whole program as a float. So that's the reason the value which was printing was in float, which was 9.0 or 4.0. So okay, to understand rounding rules here, we will declare another variable which is division with reminder is equals to 12 by 5, and now we will print our variable. So print division with reminders. Okay, so yeah, okay. Now here you can see the answer is 2.4. But now let's see what if we take the same values and just print the remainder of it. So to do this, we use modulus sign in Python. So reminder is equals to 12 modulus 5. Okay, so 12 modulus 5, and now we will print reminder. Okay, so let's run our program and see what is the result output. Okay, so output is here too. So when we divide 12 by 5, the remainder is 2, which is absolutely correct. Okay, so to understand this properly, let's take few more examples. We will write this in comments. Okay, so for example, let's take 10 divided by 2, and let's 12 divided by 2, or maybe 18 divided by 2, or let's take a bigger value this time, 640 divided by 2. Okay, so something which is common in all of the above divisions is the remainder of all of the above divisions is 0. Okay, few more examples. For example, 11 divided by 2, or 27 divided by 2, or maybe 3 divided by 2. The answer of all of these divisions is 1. So the remainder of all of these divisions is 1, because when we divide even number by 2, the remainder is always 0, and when we divide an odd number by 2, the remainder is always 1. To understand this properly, we will write a program here. So let's declare x is equals to 37. Now we will declare remainder is equals to x modulus 2, and now we will print reminder. So print reminder, and now we will run our program. So here you can see the remainder is 1, because x is not even, as the value of x is 37. We have declared it before. Okay, now let's move towards our next part of this video, which is understanding strings in Python. To understand this, let's declare a variable as a string. So my underscore string is equals to, in quotation we will write, hello, my name is Adil Varshani. Okay, you can write your name, and now we will print our string. So print my string, okay. So now run this program. Here you can see output is hello, I am Adil Varshani. Okay, let's see how strings works in Python. So anything we write under the quotations is string, and this is ignored by the Python interpreter. So it doesn't matter whether you use single quotations or the double quotations. Like, it's matter of the preferences. I prefer using double quotations, you are free to use single quotations. Okay, let's try printing the same program with single quotations. So I will change double quotations to single quotations. Okay, now let's run our program. Here you can see there is no change in the output, so use whatever suits you. Okay. Okay, so now let's write a program to greet a person. So to do that, we'll declare a variable name is equals to Adil. Okay, you can write your name here and declare variable greeting is equals to quotation name comma after the quotation plus and name. Okay, yes, and we'll print the variable greeting here, print greeting, and let's run our program. Okay, so here you can see namaste Adil. Okay, so there is another way of doing this which is using f string. So let's write another greeting. Okay, another greeting is equals to, we will write a is equals to f quotations, and we will write here namaste, and we'll write name here in curly braces, we will write name. Okay, and now we will print another greeting. Okay, and now let's run our program. Okay, now here you can see the output namaste Adil, but there is no space between it, so let's add space. Okay, and print it again. Okay, so here you can see namaste Adil. Yes. Okay, now let's write a program where we will ask user for his name and then we will simply print it. So in Python we use input function to take input from the user. So let's write variable my name is equals to Adil Varshani. I am using my name as I am obsessed with it. You can use yours. Then we will declare another variable which is your name, and your name is equals to, now we will use input function here, input enter your name, enter your name. Okay, and then we will just declare print your name. Okay, I forgot to write quotations here as we want enter your name as a string. Let's add quotation, and now let's print your name. Okay, and let's run the program. Okay, so here our program asks us to enter your name. Let's enter Adil Varshani and see it has printed Adil Varshani. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so let's modify our program. So we have already asked user to input his name. Now we will greet the user. Okay, so to do that we will write print. We will use f string again and namaste, and in curly braces again we will use your name. Okay, and now let's print it. Okay, this time I won't be using my name here, so let's enter your name. I will enter Prajwal. Okay, see here you can see it has printed Namaste Prajwal. So this is how it works. Okay, so moving on to the final section of our video, where we will ask our user to enter his age and convert it into the month. So let me write this and read it in the comments. I prefer using comments so I can understand what is the functionality of the code. Okay, so create a program where you have to take users age and convert it into the months. Okay, so now let's start. So we will need user to input his age, so age is equals to input enter your age, enter your age. Then we will use f string again. So let's print f quotation, you have lived for curly braces months. So now pause the video and think what could be the logic here. So 8 into 12. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so let's see, input your name. I will input my name Adil. Now my age 19. See, we didn't get the desired result. So what we have to do here is uh, we'll just have to add a line of code. So let's add age num is equals to integer int function in bracket, we'll use age. Okay, so we'll use age num into 12 rather than using age. Okay, see, now we'll run our program, name Adil, enter your age 19. See, I have lived for 2 to 8 months. Okay, see, so why didn't we get the correct result in the first place? So what we did was we tried multiplying age variable by 12. Here you can see that age variable is declared as an string, and we cannot multiply a string by an integer. So if we try that, our program won't be able to concatenate it. So what we did here was we took the age variable and we converted the age variable into integer. So now we have age variable in integer as the age underscore num. So we did was we multiplied age num into 12 and we got the desired result. Okay, so as I always, there are more than one ways to perform a program. So let's see what is the another way. So first let me comment out this. Okay, so what we will do here is we will directly take the age variable as a integer rather than taking it as a string. So let's declare age is equals to, now we have to take it as an integer, then we'll declare integer. Now we have to take input, so let's take input, input, and now enter your age. Okay, so now we got age variable as a integer. So now let's print it, print, we'll use f string again, f string, you have lived for curly braces. We will write age into 12 under the curly braces and write months. Okay, so now let's run our program. Okay, so now enter your name. Let's enter our name Adil, enter your age, let's enter 78. Okay, you have lived for 78 months. Okay, we did something wrong here, we forgot to multiply age by 12. So multiply age by 12. Okay, let's run our program. See, enter your name, Adil, enter your age 45. You have lived for 540 months. Okay, okay, so that's it for this video. But before ending the video, I have an exercise for you guys. So if you really want to learn Python, try this, try doing this yourself. So we wrote a program where we converted users age into months. Now try converting users age into seconds. Okay,